market. So Wayne Gretzky says, I don't skate to where the puck is. I skate to where the puck is going to be, and I skate there really, really fast, right? There is never a hockey saying that is more applicable to real estate and real estate investing than that one. So one of the reasons why we always share what's happening in the market is because we want you to know where that puck is going, so you know where to invest, how to invest, and you also do it very safely. And guys, I want to go ahead and talk about the best year that we ever had ever, which was 2021. So last year we finished up the year with an increase in sales volume up 6.1% versus what we did in 2020. We sold over 416,000 units. We also increased our sales price up 18.1% to $372,700. And what do you guys think the forecast is for 2022? Someone says 50. I love the way you think. Just keep throwing that energy out there. I love it. That is awesome. So the forecast full year sales is going to be up, probably not up at the same percentage as it was last year, for only one reason. Is it because people don't want to buy houses in Texas anymore? No. Is it because interest rates are possibly going to be going up? No. It is because of supply. Yeah, Nick has it right. It's because of supply. If we had more houses to sell, I think this number could easily go up 20+% year over year on sales volume. For the sales price, though, I expect this to be up at least 20% versus where it was last year, and possibly more. Why is that? No inventory, lack of supply, right? So we have demand, we have people moving here, we have jobs, right? That's going to continue to fuel our sales going forward. Interest rates won't make a dent. In fact, some people will be thrilled that interest rates are going up because it actually gives them a chance to maybe possibly buy a house because they've been outbid multiple times by multiple other people trying to get that house, right? So, yes, Nick. This is all of Texas. I'm going to break down each of the individual markets as we go through the presentation. Great question. Yeah. No. Don't go to the restroom again, though, Nick. Just pee. You got a cup right there. Hold it up. Hold it up. Okay. We'll know. It's clear right now. But if it goes yellow, you know what's happening. So don't go to the restroom. You're going to miss something really good. So for all of Texas, yeah. I want to go through the full year Texas data. So let me put this in full screen right here so you guys can see it a little bit better. Last year, the sales price was up 18% year over year overall. We did this on, and then we had closed sales up 6.1%. Guys, we did this on 1.2 months supply of inventory. Some of you guys may be saying, I don't know what it is that she's talking about or why she's trying to emphasize it with this voice. Okay, what does this mean? This means if we stopped listing houses right now, based on the buyer demand that we've had over the last 12 months, in exactly 1.2 months, we would be completely out of inventory of homes for sale in Texas. Okay, great. What the heck does that mean? Well, let me make this relative to something for you just to give you perspective. Our 40-year average months of inventory, 6 months, which means, again, if we stop listing houses, after 6 months, we would be out of an inventory of homes for sale. Right now, it is 1.2 months. That lack of supply is going to continue to drive the what up? The price, right? And is it going to be a little bit difficult for us to beat our last year's sales volume because of that as well? Yes. Is it because anything's wrong with the market in terms of demand? No. It's that there is an issue with supply. So I told you guys we sold 416,000 houses last year. We only built 10,000 more houses last year than what we did in 2020. Is 10,000 going to come anywhere close to cutting it? No. No. Why is that? Why is this happening? Why aren't we adding more houses? Who knows the answer to this? Anybody? Anybody? Yes, sir. What'd you say? Supply chain? Okay. What else? Lack of labor? What else? Jobs? What else? I heard a tax. Raw material tax, yeah. Tax on lumber has gone up, yes. What else? Permits. So do you think that there might be any legislation that might be getting in the way of us trying to build more houses? Do you know what that legislation might be? Who solved the financial crisis in 2008? The government? We're from the government, and we're here to help. So after the financial crisis solved itself, what legislation came out? Dodd-Frank. You guys remember that? Okay, Dodd-Frank. What did Dodd-Frank start to limit? Because they're from the government and we're here to help. What do they start to limit? Money. The amount of loans we could give builders on vacant lots. Yeah. Is that going to continue to affect our ability to add more houses going forward? And the answer is yes. Is that a disruption we're going to be working through for a very long time? And the answer is yes. Is that going to cause the prices to continue to go, what? Up. Big time. So I want you guys to think about that. So the 2022 forecast, again, all of Texas, sales volume up 5%, average price up 20%. Let's break down some of the major markets as we go through the presentation as well. So what I want to focus on is the bottom part of the screen here. So I'm going to go through the 2021 actuals for San Antonio. So the sales last year were up 5%. The average price was up 16%. The forecast for 2022, the sales are forecasted to be up 3 to 5% in San Antonio. Again, because there's only 1.3 month supply of inventory. The 2022 average price expected to be up in that 15 to 18% range as well. Let's take a look at Austin again. Let's focus on the bottom part of the screen. 2021 actuals, year-to-date sales were up 2.5%. That doesn't sound like very much, does it? But guess what? Austin did it on 0.6 months of inventory. That's amazing, right? The fact that sales were up at all is a miracle, in my opinion. Average price in Austin up 29.3% versus 2020. The forecast for 2022, gosh, I'll be impressed if we can pull out another miracle year of a 2% increase in sales in Austin, because again, there's such little inventory. 0.6 months of inventory is where we ended December of 2020. The forecast for 2022, the average price up 25 to 30%, maybe even higher, guys, maybe even higher. For the Dallas and Fort Worth market, Dallas and Fort Worth, the only market in Texas, the only large market in Texas that saw sales, year-over-year sales down, not by much, just 1%. Now, before anybody walks out of here thinking, you stole my momentum. My rocket ship just did a tilt over, right? I'm burning up on the tarmac here. Okay? Know that they did it on 1.4 months of inventory, which is double than what Austin had. But sometimes do we have a buyer, I'm trying to hold my mic and do this at the same time, a buyer and product mix, right? We got products, but maybe at the wrong prices, right? There's a little bit of that. Or we have products maybe in the wrong locations. But the average price was up 20%. Now for the 2022, I think we're going to pull out an increase of sales, but again, just barely. We're looking up maybe 1 to 3%. Not because of demand, but just because of lack of supply again. The forecast, again, we're going to look to see those average sales prices up 18 to 20% at least. The Houston market, again, focusing on the bottom half of the screen, 2021 actuals, year-to-date sales were up 10.3%. Houston had the largest year-to-date sales year-over-year increase because they actually had throughout the year more inventory than most of the other markets in Texas. So that provided a little bit more room there. But also because it had the most inventory throughout Texas throughout the most of the year, the average sales price was up, but it wasn't up 20%, it was up 16%, right? So you can see very much how that supply and that demand can affect that as well. Forecast for 2022, sales should be up 7 to 10%, and the 2022 average price up in that 10 to 15% range again as well. So this is what we're looking at for 2022. And so we've got to do some little different things when it comes to investing. We've got to make sure that we work some of these numbers into our pricing to be able to win deals for sure. And guys, I'm going to do a little bit of a special announcement as we go through this next part of the presentation. And that is to share with you something that we have had a little bit of time to rethink over the past 2 years of how we run the Real Estate Investor Association. So when we first started attending a Real Estate Investor Association back in 2003, and when we started running our own, we ran it just like every single other Real Estate Investor Association out there, which is basically every month, hey, we get together. Every month we talk about real estate. Every month we talk about the market. Every month we talk about what title companies are doing, what contracts to use, how to stay out of trouble, and how to make money, right? And basically we go through about 3.5 hours of content and knowledge, just like we've started to do over the past hour or so that we've all been together tonight, right? And for my left brainers, that was very frustrating because when they look at that model, they say, okay, wonderful. So after about 3 years, I'm going to have enough information to start my real estate investing business. Does that sound a little broken to you guys? How many of you guys are saying to yourself, yeah, I could wait 1 year to 3 years to be able to get all the information I need about real estate investing, or maybe I could start, now's good. For how many of you is now good? Yeah. So we realized over the course of the last 2 years that our model in terms of having a Real Estate Investor Association was more than a little broken. So what we've done is, instead of making you guys wait to get all the information that you need over the course of a year or more, we've put it all into a 3-day weekend class. So we give all the information that you need over the course of 1 weekend. So now would be good. Does that sound good to you guys? You don't have to wait? Okay, wonderful, fantastic. So here's what we do as we go through it. We talk about all the different strategies that we use, both the stuff that is working right now as well as the stuff that will work as the market transitions. Because let me tell you, it will transition. And you'll need different strategies to be able to work and to be able to stay unemployable in each stage of the market. We'll also talk about the different marketing campaigns that are working right now. So here's something I did not mention. The average sold price to the average list price, what do you think that was last year? It was 100%. Yeah. In some markets, it was actually higher than 100%. Overall, it was 100%. What does that tell you about the number of deals that are on the MLS? That would be 0, right? That would be 0. So we're going to go over how to find off-market deals so that you're not relying on someone else to be able to bring those to you, right? We're going to show you how to market. And we're going to demystify that and take away the fear around that. We're also going to share with you some of our sales and closing scripts to be able to close a deal. How many of you guys can say, like, I've closed a deal before? Okay, a few of you guys. What resources are you using to do that? Who's training you? Who's helping you? What are some of the top books you guys need to be reading right now to be able to do this really successfully? What are some of the top negotiation books out there? Never Split the Difference, Chris Voss. Yes, if you do not have that in your library, you audible that tonight. Okay, it's one of my favorite books. It talks about something called tactical empathy. Okay, one of the most beautiful concepts in terms of engaging with someone and creating a relationship with them and making sure that you get that deal that you want. Another one, Exactly What to Say. So we go over what we call, again, the Exactly What to Say for the real estate investor. And I see some of you guys standing in the back. We are adding some more chairs. So if you'd like to come up a little closer, we'll get you one so you can sit down and relax a little bit as we go through as well. We'll also share with you how to partner with local experts, access funding. No good deal goes unfunded, not in my network. So we'll make sure you know how to do that. And one of the things that we have done is I told my husband, Phil, who you guys will get to meet in the next couple moments, that I wanted to suspend the Real Estate Investor Association fees and suspend the membership fees until and this might have been a mistake, but I said, while any of us are wearing a mask, we're not going to charge to do this. And damn it, you guys all keep coming to my meetings wearing masks. And I don't know if someone just like posted a sign out there or something that said that, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this for free. And I don't know that we're going to do this much longer for free, because it costs us just more than a little bit of money to even have this room that we have here and to be able to do this at a 3-day training with you guys. We'd love to have you all join us. We'd love to be part of your journey. Guys, this investor association is what gave me my wings. This is what gave me the big momentum. This is the association that made sure that I didn't crash right in stage 1. This is the association that gave me all the contacts, contracts, and contractors that I needed to run my business, quit my job, and never have to go back to work again. And we'd love to be able to help you on your journey as well. And what we're doing is we're doing this both live as well as online. We're doing this both live as well as online. So if you guys would like to join us, we're doing a live meeting in Dallas, February 18th, 19th, and 20th. We're doing a live meeting in Houston, February 25th, 26th, and 27th, and a live meeting in Austin, March 11th, 12th, and 13th. Now, one of those dates has to work for you. And if you can't make any of those dates work, then you have no momentum, right? You're not going to get it. I'm sorry to say, but it's true. Now we're doing something kind of cool. We're doing it both live and in person, kind of like we are here now, and we're doing it live online. So if you can't join us in person, you can join us online. So love to have you get registered for that. Just head over to the texasstarterkit.com, texasstarterkit.com, and we'll be able to get you registered for that. And then for those of you guys who know how to do this, just pull out your phones right now and go ahead and take a picture of the link, or pull out your phone. It'll pull up Safari. After you pull up Safari, it will take you, if you don't know how to do this, that's okay. Just pull up your browser and just go to texasstarterkit.com. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions because I want to know where you are on your real estate journey, and we'll help you by making your blueprint. I'm going to ask you which one of those 3 classes that I've got coming up that you want to attend, and going to get you registered for that. And guys, excited to be on this journey with you. And if you need any help, we'll walk through with the QR codes to get you registered. And guys, as